Now that a sequel to the cult classic is in the works, Davi says he's concerned he might be left out of the project because of his outspoken support for President Trump. But after Jon Voight, Mel Gibson, and Sylvester Stallone were appointed as President Trump's ambassadors to Hollywood, could the era of blacklisting conservative actors be over? So we'll talk to you. You're the resident Hollywood star here. What do you think about this, Tom?
Yeah, listen, could Robert Davi, be blacklisted? He already has been. For years, he has been. Now, he's made a great career in Hollywood, but people hold it against you. You mentioned people like Mel Gibson, Sylvester Stallone. But Hollywood does hold it against those guys. Now, the reason they have a career is because they're so talented and they're so popular with the audiences. But yes, there is is it a blacklist, as in never hired this person? No. But in Hollywood, there's a lot of people who aren't even that into politics, but they just know what's cool and what isn't. Yeah. And being conservative has never been cool in Hollywood. So a lot of Hollywood people, they don't want to be around the conservatives.
Yeah, I mean, whenever you watch a film, an actor always runs a little bit of a risk. If they express really any type of opinion, have any kind of relationship, have a marriage, have divorce, have any sort of drama going on, that could affect if people want to watch them or see them. Like Tom Cruise, for the longest time, that impacted his career because people thought they didn't agree with the way he was acting. And it just, in real life, not on TV. But, I mean, it really does. It's really hard, I think, in Hollywood, and they just have to make their choices if they want to, be who they want to be out in public or not, and then it could potentially have an impact. I am pro Goonies remake. Please do that. That would be delightful.
Well, frankly, I loved him in Die Hard, and as an amazing performer, great singer too. I would just say this: there are so many more platforms now. I'm not so sure it matters as much as it did in the past. In the past, if you were blacklisted, if you want to call it that, in Hollywood, that's it. There goes the bulk of your career. But now you have platforms and all sorts of things you can do online and places like Fox Nation. And some of these great films we're seeing now produced at every single level. Yeah, okay, so if Hollywood doesn't want to have me in a movie, what do I care? There are tons of filmmakers out there that make it easy and possible to do great work no matter where you live.
More options, and a lot of people are taking advantage of those options.
Yeah.
All right, well, meanwhile, Kamala Harris is following in Joe Biden's footsteps. She has now also signed with the Creative Artists Agency. The agency writing, quote, CAA will work closely with Harris on her post-White House initiatives, creating strategic opportunities that expand her platform in support of the issues she has championed throughout her decades-long career in public service. But they aren't the only Democrats who have headed to Hollywood. Barack and Michelle Obama launched their production company, Higher Ground Productions, which produces content focused on inequality. And in 2006, Al Gore released his documentary, An Inconvenient Truth, which helped push the Democrats' green agenda. Now, with all these Democrats turning to Tinseltown, is it tarnishing Hollywood, is the question I asked the panel. I'll start with you, Kevin.
You know what? I don't think so, but I would just say it this way. You have to be careful because you have to understand who your audience is. Look, you can sell whatever you want to sell, but if you want to sell a lot, you have to meet people where they are. And I think you want to be a little bit more circumspect when it comes to how you're trying to sell your wares. Again, at a lot of platforms, you want to do that. But if you're trying to be broad and get as many people involved in watching your product, you need to be mindful, I think.
Yeah. I mean, Democrats have had a long time hold on Hollywood, and I think President Trump recognizes that, and that's why he's kind of created a panel to go, and some of these big-name Hollywood stars have come out and admitted that they like Donald Trump and like what he stands for, and it might change things in Hollywood. I don't think it would be a bad thing to have just more of a mix, no matter where you are in the country. But I can say that, whenever you learn something about someone, like right now, the whole Blake Lively, This Is Us movie thing that's going on, everyone tells me that movie was great. Now I can't watch it because of everything that's going on. So I think it'll all play into the ultimate bottom line. I don't know how much people care.
Yeah, I think that it always is. Being on the left does help you in Hollywood. And they love, I mean, obviously Hollywood loves Barack and Michelle Obama. I think they threw all sorts of money at them for their Netflix deal and everything else. I don't know if their projects ever make any money, but people love it and they love to be around them and they want to walk the red carpet and they want the Obamas to be around. So again, it is all about being cool in Hollywood, being seen with the right people. That's how they kind of advance their careers and A lot of people say, well, look, if it makes money, they're going to do it in Hollywood. It's not red, it's not blue, it's green.
It's green, baby.
But it's not really true, because they leave money on the table all the time. When Mel Gibson came out with The Passion of the Christ, we thought we were going to see this explosion of biblical epics. And no, you didn't see that. People, they don't want to do these things. That kind of project is not cool to people. It's left to independent producers, even though it's always successful.
But do you remember when Donald Trump, the real estate magnate, he was hot in Hollywood?
Oh, yeah.
Everybody loved Donald
Home
Trump
Alone,
back then.
remember?
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.